But I want to say one thing to the American people. I want you to listen to me. I'm going to say this again. I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky. These allegations are false. Indeed, I did have a relationship with Miss Lewinsky that was not appropriate. In fact, it was wrong. And I need to go back to work for the American people. Thank you. We say to parents, if you don't pay the child support you owe, we will garnish your wages, take away your driver's license, track you across state lines, and if necessary, make you work off what you owe.
Do you consider yourself a deadbeat dad?
Don't make it right, put it damn, she'll make us leave it. Don't make it right, put it damn, she'll make us leave it. Don't make it right, put it damn, she'll make us leave it. Don't make it right, put it damn, she'll make us leave it. Don't make it right, put it damn, she'll make us leave it. Don't make it right.
There are two other signs of success that I'd like to report. Last year, our effort to find out the identity of fathers allowed us to establish paternity in 1.3 million cases. I misled people. This provision will cause great stress. Required federal employees to pay their child support. I misled people. We say to parents, if you don't pay the child support you owe, we will garnish your wages, take away your driver's license, track you across state lines, and if necessary, make you work off what you owe. I misled people.
Your right hand and repeat after me. I, William Jefferson Clinton, do solemnly swear.
I, William Jefferson Clinton, do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
and will to the best of my ability
and will, to the best of my ability,
preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Good luck.
I know that my public comments gave a false impression. I misled people.
The preeminent mission of our new government is to give all Americans an opportunity, a real opportunity to build better lives.
I misled people. This bill continues to include the child support enforcement measures I proposed 2 years ago, the most sweeping crackdown on deadbeat parents in history. We say to parents, if you don't pay the child support you owe, we will garnish your wages, take away your driver's license, track you across state lines, and if necessary, make you work off what you owe. I misled people. I've always pledged to do my best to force them to do so if they refused. We have waged an unprecedented campaign to make deadbeat parents live up to their obligations. Thanks to tougher laws, more sophisticated tracking, powerful new collection tools, we've increased child support collections by 68% in the last 5 years.
Do you consider yourself a deadbeat dad?
I misled people. Our new national database for identifying deadbeat parents across state lines has found more than 1 million delinquent parents in just the first 9 months of its operation.
Do you consider yourself a deadbeat dad?
Before we created this database, deadbeat parents found it easy to avoid paying up by skipping from job to job or state to state. But with this database, there is nowhere left to run.
Do you consider yourself a deadbeat dad?
I would like to thank the President. With the help from the Child Support Agency and their new computer system, we finally located him, and now I'm receiving child support every 2 weeks, direct from his paycheck.
I misled people.
Making parents pay unpaid child support offenders were rounded up in Knox County today. As WIMT's Caleb No reports, officials say they want to protect the well-being of children in the area.
This bill today is a gift to our children. I misled people. We say to parents, if you don't pay the child support you owe, we will garnish your wages, take away your driver's license, track you across state lines, and if necessary, make you work off what you owe. I misled people. With these and other successful child support initiatives, we believe that we've made a real difference.
Carlisle, Indiana, home to Wabash Valley Correctional, a state prison. It's also home to Sean Everett. He lives behind these gates inside the minimum security camp. Everett is serving a 4-year sentence for felony non-support of a dependent.
I misled people. But any bill must make protecting child support payments a high priority. I can only tell you I was motivated by many factors. It gives states powerful performance incentives. As a result, child support collections are up 40% to $11 billion. I misled people. This bill must also not let anyone off the hook. The states asked for this responsibility. Now they have to shoulder it and not run away from it. I misled people. It requires states to hold up their end of the bargain. I will do everything in my power, in other words, to make sure that this bill lifts people up. I misled people.
Law enforcement in Knox County is cracking down on those who do not pay child support. Today, the sheriff's office partnered with the Barberville police to do so in the form of a roundup.
The goal was to arrest those wanted for flagrant non-payment of child support. They started this morning with 10 warrants and were able to make 7 arrests, a number that Sheriff Mike Smith was pleased with. Today was the first child support roundup since he took over as sheriff in January, but he says it won't be the last.
Do you consider yourself a deadbeat dad?
All of us have to rise to this challenge and see this reform not as a chance to demonize or demean anyone, but instead as an opportunity to bring everyone fully into the mainstream of American life, to give them a chance to share in the prosperity and the promise that most of our people are enjoying today. I misled people. The Deadbeat Parents Punishment Act of 1998 deals with child support evaders in the most serious cases. From now on, if you flee across state lines and refuse to pay child support, you may be charged with a federal offense, a felony offense, and may land in jail for up to 2 years. One way or the other, people who don't support their children will pay what they must.
Do you consider yourself a deadbeat dad?
I misled people.